Benchmark is scaring me. Wait, what the f is this? Why don't we start watching it? Dude, this aura looks amazing. What the f?
Hi friends, Aitherea here, and there's nothing I love to do more than complain, so let's just...
Who is this girl? I love her already. She's got nothing better to do except to complain. I'm already liking, I'm already subscribing. I already know the content is gonna be great.
Get right into it. If you can't tell, I am one of those people who is not very happy with what I'm seeing in Benchmark, and all I can do is cope and hope that the reason
I'm
it
curious.
looks the way it does is because it's not finished, or because Benchmark has really crappy lighting, or just like it's a problem with Benchmark, okay? It's just a problem with Benchmark. It's not gonna look this way in 7.
A lot of people doesn't know that this benchmark is I think this benchmark is either a very old build or this benchmark is not going to reflect what the game looks like. I think this benchmark is mainly like an in-between the game now and what could be in 7.0. And obviously it's a benchmark, and therefore it's stress testing your PC, your CPU, your GPU, and even in some way your hard disk, right? Your loading time. So it's like, I think a lot of people look at this benchmark as if like this is everything. Oh my god, my score is so low, I need a new PC. I'm like, dude, no, you don't need a new PC. A lot of people think that their PC is shit because the game runs like shit, and because they tune to maximum settings. Some are running 4K, some are running 1440p, and then they think that their PC is shit because they get a score of 10,000. I'm like, bro, 10,000 is good. 10,000 is considered very... A lot of people think that it needs to be extremely high. No, anything above high, you are most likely going to play the game well. And you are never going to be running the game on maximum setting unless you're f***ing dumb. People are over worried, or maybe people are just waving, right? But overall, this benchmark, you should take whatever you see in this benchmark with a grain of salt. So anyway, let's see what problem she has with the benchmark. But I do agree, the benchmark has a lot of problems.
I know, right? I hope not. Let's create a character. We are going to load appearance data for my aura.
My gorgeous
and this
aura.
is in the benchmark.
We
are now going to create a character, and we're going to load appearance data for my aura in Final Fantasy XIV. And let's quick change her hairstyle so that it's a little easier to see her face. And let's do that.
Oh, she's doing comparison.
And now let's talk about my biggest problems with this new Aitherea. First of all, knock knock, anybody home? She looks dead, lifeless. Is there any soul peering through those eyes? I don't think there is. I don't think...
Wait, isn't that normal for aura? I mean, that's the aura unique look, right? Although the unique look comes from probably in the very first place when they created aura, it shouldn't be like that. But over the years, I think every aura female players accepted that aura female eyes just looks dead, right? So it's kind of like what it was to what it is. I think everybody accepted that aura just looks dead, right? So what's surprising?
There is. And I know people thought that this looked soulless, but we're taking it to new heights here. Oh. She has been through some shit. I know I went through like the entire game of Final Fantasy XIV, the Warrior of Light.
So okay. So she's saying that she looks deader now. Okay. When she do that comparison, I kind of see, but it still looks more beautiful though. Yes, right. It looks better, right? But deader.
Way we had to experience Endwalker, but it looks like I went through all that, actually got depressed about it, somehow didn't turn into a spoiler, and I maybe did.
She's not wrong. If you've been through Endwalker and you survived Endwalker, you can't be unscathed. You're most likely dead somewhere, you know?
Some drugs and finally got clean, and here I am 10 years later, not feeling so good, but you know, and I'm being a little dramatic here because if I just saw this character, if I had no...
He looks good!
If I was new to Dawntrail, I logged in and I made a character and this is what I made, I'd be happy with it. Like, let's be real, she looks good. I'd be happy with it. But when I look at my original character, I am no longer happy.
Really?
And I'm gonna tell you why.
She looks better, doesn't it? It looks way better, right?
When I look at my original character, I am no longer happy. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? I'm a dramatic little bitch right now, but let me tell you why. The biggest thing for me is basically the moisture, the eyes, and the lips. And you're like, the moisture, what do you mean? The moisture, my friends.
I like the moisture of the new benchmark lips, man. Look at that. That looks so moist.
And you're like,
Yeah.
the moisture, what do you mean? The moisture, my friends. Where is the shine on anything? Where the hair is so dull. This is Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay.
And look at that it's
Okay.
not finished, or because
God damn it,
benchmark-
I keep clicking the wrong button. She is exactly one of those people that I told you that probably think and expect that this graphic upgrade is an entire overhaul. Like, you know, the whole game is being remade to look completely different. The game has a base engine, and what they are doing is touching up everything to make it look better. They are not rebuilding the whole thing. All these things, right, are just a touch-up. All these things are not new assets. It's not newly recreated. I don't think she's expecting too much. A lot of people thought that when Yoshi P says a new graphic upgrade, it's like they think it's an overhaul. And I already told you guys this is exactly what's gonna happen. A lot of just casual gamers, maybe even first-time MMORPG players, people who are not computer geeks like us, who knows how to tune graphic settings, know what to look at, know what to see the difference. A lot of people are just gonna expect it, like, oh my god, I'm gonna be playing a new game. So then when they see the benchmark, again, I don't think the benchmark is done properly. I think this benchmark is maybe 60-70% done of what 7.0 actually look like. But I just think that a lot of people get freaked out when they don't see the changes they expect to see. I just think a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand.
Shit, I'm not using any filters. This is Final Fantasy XIV. This is all Final Fantasy XIV. This, I don't know what this is. Okay, this is gross. The lighting is so bad. The lighting is best here, so let's stay here for now. Okay, I already said the eyes are lifeless. The next thing that bothers me, like, the most, is the lips. So, this is my original character in Final Fantasy XIV. We're in Final Fantasy XIV right now. Look at this shading on the lip. Look at this beautiful little dip, this little curve. Look at the fullness of the lips. Gorgeous. Look at the color. She looks like she's wearing a beautiful little lip tint. She's a natural beauty. What the fuck is this?
Okay.
Girls part.
Okay. This is pretty bad. I agree. Maybe because of lighting?
Okay, she doesn't even have a lip balm on. I guess this looks more like she's wearing like an opaque kind of satin lipstick. Hardly satin, closer to matte, but a mix in between. There's like a teensy bit of light on here. And the shadowing, it seems like she has a teensy bit of a dip. But that shading is not there. It's much more pronounced here. Don't her lips look fuller too? They almost seem like they curve.
Okay, that's a
they
big
don't curve
difference.
up, but the corners of her mouth look a little bit more downward here, and a little bit more neutral, slightly upwards here. And that looks better to me. That looks better to me. Let's see. Also, obviously the color of her lip has changed. I can change the lip color. This is slightly closer, but I still just overall prefer this. I prefer the shading on this. I prefer the lips being not quite upturned, but slightly, ever so slightly. The other thing is, look at how beautiful her eyes are. Look at how beautiful her eyes are.
I thought the eyes is
the reason
better.
they're so beautiful and they stand out so much is partially because the pupil is so small. Where here, they're not bad. They're not bad. They do look a little bit like they're made of glass, not gonna lie. Like I said, she looks like a doll. Her eyes, she looks like a doll with no soul. Her eyes look like they're made of glass. Not great, but here's the bigger problem with that is let's put some limble rings on this girl, and let's put some limble rings on and let's make them like a closer shade to her actual eye color. And now her eye color is like gone. Like if I have a different color of limble ring, you can still kind of see it, but I feel like the limble ring takes up so much more of her eyes now, because the pupil is so much bigger than it is in the original. So let me put limble rings on here. And I'm going to be honest, the limble rings in the original, they're not good, are they?
Yeah.
I never
the
wear
original
them
one
because
is
they
pretty
look
bad.
so pixelated. They're
Yeah.
not good. I
This
will
one is
say
way
these
better.
limble rings look so much better.
Yeah.
This is actually an upgrade in terms of the way that they're not so pixelated. But overall, I think that it would be better served if the pupil was smaller.
That's the key difference right there. Upgrading this graphic is mainly to add in more resolution to almost everything, add in more details. It is not to change how it looks, right? But that comes at a very big cost. Like Yoshi P says, they added on more polygons to it. That's why in a lot of benchmark, a lot of people scored deep. But that doesn't mean their game can't run the game, you know?
Just
their
so
PC can't
that
run
the
the
limbal
game.
rings didn't take up so much of the colored eye, and if you wanted to have like a two-tone eye, it would work a little bit better if the pupils were smaller. So there's my Aura. That's how I feel about her. Maybe I'll learn to love it. Maybe I'll learn to deal with it.
See, this is the part of the video that I want her to dive into other characters. Because honestly speaking, if I look at Aura, despite the things that she pointed out, it's justifiable, she know what she's looking at, like side-to-side comparison. I can see why she thinks some are better, some are worse. I mean, obviously, right? Some is going to be better, some is going to be worse. It takes time to get adapt to, and then maybe eventually it will be better. We don't know that yet, right? But let's be honest, I think Aura got the biggest upgrade. But I do heard that some races, especially Vieira, looks like shit. So we'll see, we'll see.
But as of now, I'm a little disappointed, just to say the least. Like, the other weird thing is like the skin texture. And it looks worse. It looks worse in the trailer, but it's like blurry. Like, why does the game look more blurry? Like, why does the benchmark look more blurry than the...
You want to know why it looks more blurry? Because it's more realistic. It's like watching someone in real life. When they are under the sun, you will see the blur edges. That's how lighting works. Whereas, like, if you play Final Fantasy XIV, okay, let's just say, for example, let's just say, like, right now, right? My settings is base minimum, which then means that there is no extra processing when I'm loading further characters or loading near characters. Basically, every character will stand out as if they are a cutout. That's why they look like rough on the edges. So when they are rough on the edges, they look like they are clean. Actually, they are not. That's why when you play FPS game, right? That's why people do settings low. So that when you see people on the far end, like let's just say you see someone on the hill, if your graphic is low, they will stand out as if like they are cut out. You will see them very obvious that they are like, you know what I mean? Like a cardboard pasted there. But when you run higher graphic setting, when you have all this anti-aliasing on, when you have all these like, you know, smoothen the edges, blur the edges on the edge, which is the more realistic way of looking things in real life, then they become like blend in to the environment. If you play PUBG, for example, if somebody is wearing a ghillie suit and somebody is running maximum settings, that motherfucker will literally look like a grass and you will never see him. But when you play FPS game at a super low settings, that motherfucker will actually look like one piece of grass that is moving. The difference is very obvious. That's why when you see people play FPS game, no one cares about high settings. Everybody want low settings. Sometimes you do some different anti-aliasing settings, you do some draw distance setting, you make them pop up. That's why it's blurry, because it's more real. Because of how lighting and how better graphics sharpen the edges. You know, make it blend, blur the edges. When you move especially as well. That's the difference, right?
What is the game?
Now, you see, that is why I say this graphic upgrade shouldn't be given so much attention. Because when Yoshi P on the live letter spent an hour and a half talking about it, it's almost as if like the game take a revolutionary step. It changes everything. No, it doesn't. It's just giving you the option that other games have, giving you the option that other single-player game have, but this game doesn't need it. So when they go through this much, people expect a lot. People get overhyped. People expect a lot. People think that the game is gonna like, be like, look completely different, you know?
Look, more blurry. Like, why does the benchmark look more blurry than the actual game? Like, why does her skin look better in the old game versus
I'm talking about the one
Why
earlier.
does it look like that? I told you I'm not using any NVIDIA filters or any reshade or anything. This is the benchmark. This is the game, and obviously the light keeps
why is the
changing
lighting
the
like
benchmark.
that?
Hello, come back. The sun moves around in benchmark, which is annoying. But no, like you can tell, like what the heck?
This one looks better though.
That's not a graphics upgrade. She's got the fucking blur filter on TikTok because she doesn't have confidence in her beauty. All right, let's move on.
Exactly! You make it look more blend in to the environment. That's why it looks more beautiful. That's why it looks blurry. Whereas the original is not. The original is literally a layer putting into a background. That's why it looks better.
Heck? That's not a graphics upgrade. She's got the fucking blur filter on TikTok.
It's a graphics upgrade. It's just not what people want. It's just not what people expected. After seeing your character 8 years, suddenly sees this, it's not what people want. It's not what the game needs as well. Honestly, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I don't think this game needs this graphic upgrade. And even if they do, I don't think this game needs so drastic. And also Yoshi P putting on max settings in a dead zone, 60 FPS cap does not showcase it properly. And also Yoshi P showing it on stream over Twitch when you only got 6K bit rate, it's just not gonna show
She
properly.
doesn't have confidence in her beauty. Alright, let's move on to my cat girl. Now, the cat girl I think is not
Let's
quite
see
as
cat
bad.
girl. Okay, overall aura so far, I think her concerns make sense. It's just that I think maybe she don't really understand the difference between like how graphics in game works. She's just straight up looking at pre and after, nice or not nice, right? And she does make a point. It does look different. 100% it does look different. It's not what you expect anymore because it looks different. Maybe in the next 5 years when you blend in, you get used to, and then you look back, maybe you would think, yeah, you know, this new one looks better. But like right now, already seeing your character for like 8 years, suddenly see her like that probably feels different, right? But if you look at in terms of graphical sense, it's an improvement, right?
That is the
So that's the difference.
They
right?
tried to add some more detail to the eyes, but we still have this problem with the lips, especially. Here we are in the benchmark. They're a whole lot darker and the shape is kind of fucked. I don't think it looks bad. It's just that, like,
It's different.
look how much personality these lips have. They have, I don't know, they have like the little curve here.
This lip does look better though. The original lips does look better though. But this does look more real. It's a graphic upgrade, but it might not be what people want. This looks really good, but this doesn't look real. If you see a girl, this is not what she's gonna look like. If you see a girl, this is what she's gonna look like. This one definitely looks better though. For sure, for sure.
These lips have. They have, I don't know, they have like the little curve here. They have quite the like kind of rounded shape at the top. They're very full.
It does
These
look
are
better.
thinner, and the rounded shape is kind of gone.
See how it mashes in? You see how it's more refined, smoother on the edges? That's a graphic upgrade.
And the top, even though it is still thinner.
You see how these lips again? It's almost like you have a Photoshop background with this Mikote without lips, and then you Google another lips, and then it's a layer, you lay it over and you put it on, and then it looks very distinctively different, and then it quote unquote looks good. It looks better, but it's not more realistic.
like
right?
kind of works. And when we look at the lipstick, once again, this is more as if she put like a dark lip gloss over her lips or something. Like it's a gloss, right? It's like sheer. And that's going to come down to preference if you like this darker opaque shade or not, but that's not something that you can really toggle. Like even if I put this at light, this doesn't look like this. You know what I mean? Like
See, she expects her character to look similar going into the graphics upgrade, but it's never gonna be because it is an upgrade. It does need time to get used to, for sure. You know?
Just, that's what it is. I think I like light better now than dark, but it just feels like you can't quite get the same color that you had before.
Customization needs to improve though. If Square Enix wants to improve graphic, their customization cannot be the same. Because now you got this much more range of graphical toggle, right? But then you don't improve different hairstyle or say more customization to one of these hairstyles. If you want to change it how they look, you also need to give it more in-depth customization to maybe make it more closer to that. It's probably going to be different, but maybe make it more closer. You can't just replace one with the other one because it just looks gonna look different, you know?
More so than that, though, I think the shape bothers me because I don't mind so much the like light lip color or whatever. The other thing that really bothers me about this is the eyebrows. Like here they're darker, so if we go out here and we kind of go back a little ways, you can still see her eyebrows, right? The cat girl eyebrows suck to begin with. I wish they would have actually changed those more and given us better eyebrows. But you go out here and it's like, where'd they go? She almost looks like she just has like a heavy brow versus actual eyebrows. They got a little bit too light here, in my opinion. Am I just seeing things, or
you're not seeing things because this is more pixelated. Somehow for Mikote, when she do this, dude, this looks way better. This looks so fake. For Mikote, somehow when you, dude, this looks so fake. This looks like someone that overdid her lipstick, you know?
Really missed the personality that these lips had. I feel like this character looks much more serene and like happier.
Nah, she's not knee-jerking. No. Okay, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to say that she's wrong. She's not wrong. All these things she pointed out It's all correct. The only difference is, like I said, she only don't understand when graphic upgrades happen, what exactly you should be looking out for, and all these things that to her seems to make her Bikote look worse, which is not wrong in her opinion. She pointed out why. But overall, it's not why the graphic is not an upgrade. The graphic is still an upgrade. It's just not what people wants to see because it's different. Sometimes looking better doesn't mean it's good because we are not used to it. A lot of us is not used to it.
Are kind of more curved upwards. I don't know. Let's look at the bunny girl as our final.
I heard bunny girl is really bad.
Study because my bunny girl actually looks really good.
Oh, okay.
Once again, the
a lot of people say
is
that bunny
more
girl is the worst.
Severe in color, but I feel like that's the least of my problems because oh god.
Your bunny girl lips
because
looks
I
amazing.
can make it a little bit lighter if I want to. I can do that. Like
yeah, right there, right. This customization when they let you do the lip, oh you can't see because of PVCam. The lip color you can choose dark, light or none. That is so limited. Like when she toggle it, you can't even see much of a difference. That's why I think when you do a graphic upgrade like this, you need to have more options rather than just 3 options. You need to have that palette thing for you to like choose everything more precise. You know, you can't just be like this or that. It's not R, G, and B anymore. You need to be able to play around all the color spectrum, right?
Girl. I actually think my bunny girl looks pretty good. She actually just looks like an HD version of my bunny girl, right? Like, this is solid. I do feel like...
You want to know why she thinks the bunny girl looks better? Because this base bunny looks like shit. You want to know why it looks like shit? Because bunny girls are bigger, the face are longer. That is why Alizon look like shit. Rugadin have a lot of rough edges. Now we are talking about graphics here, okay? When you got big characters, they will look much worse, much more artificial. But then for Hrothgar, luckily, because it's a furry, you don't really make a Hrothgar because it looks beautiful. It's because it looks different. Alizon just looks like shit. Whether you are an Alizon male or you are Alizon female, you just look like shit. There's a reason why nobody plays them. There's a reason why they are the lowest created character ever the last 10 years. And then Rogadin is also like, when you make a Rogadin, you also don't really look for like the beauty. You don't really look for like the you know, the realism. You look for the build. You look for something different. Now for Vieira, you want something to look good. But let me tell you, the day they introduced Vieira into this game with the current setting, Vieira never looked good to me. The entire Vieira just looked very pixelated to begin with. Just like Alizon male, just like Alizon female. That's why it never appealed to me that Vieira looks good, except for the butt, obviously. It just looks bad in the base game.
Is her chin more chiseled in the original version?
But
like they didn't do her dirty, right? Like she still has her full voluminous lashes. Her lips look pretty much the same.
Like the eyes look
she
so
really
good.
looks so similar. This is what all of them should look like. This is like what we should be going for.
I don't think they look similar
right?
though. There's no way these two look similar. These look way better. And she's using the blue background, by the way. This looks way better. Which is surprising to me. Because a lot of people posted on their Twitter, their Vieira actually look like shit. Hers actually looks good.
This is like what we should be going for. Right? This is the best. Okay, and finally, I just want to do some comparisons on Twitter.
Dude, me and Kayoko's Mikote looks awesome, man. But somehow Kayoko think it does. I think this looks great. I think this looks way more anime. I feel this one looks better.
Because I pulled together a few things and bookmarked them. Here we have Kayoko Star, who does Fashion Report. Thank you for Fashion Report. Fashion Report.
Yeah,
Kayoko,
the left one looks better, right?
And Kayoko seems to have come to terms with their character and feels like their character.
The hair looks nicer, the eye looks amazing, the lips looks great, the color, yeah, I think this looks better, way better.
It looks good in the benchmark, so I'm happy for you, Kayoko. I love that you love your character. I'm still going to use it as an example, though, because in this particular photo, the left side is the benchmark, the right side is the...
You can tell which is better, which is upgrade, and I think the right is better, is probably the old one. What a disaster. Okay, this is why I think this graphic upgrade come too fast. Final Fantasy XIV players, when they look at graphic upgrade, I don't think they are looking for what looks better. Dude, look at the background. This background look like shit. Look at the grass. You see what I mean? But I don't think people cares about this. You know what people care about? My face. Does it look as good as what I saw in the last 10 years? The answer is no. Because this and this face looks different. But I can tell you this face looks better. But people like this face more. You know why? People has been looking at this face for 10 years. They are not looking at this. They are not looking at this. They are not looking at this. They are not looking at how shinier more the eyes is. Oh my god, dude, look at that. This eye looks so pixelated. Look at this face paint. It looks so pixelated. Look at this. This looks so smooth. Is this what people really want?
The eyes once again look dead. It has this dollish, dead, nobody's home behind the eyes look. The lips also...
See, why does it look dead? Because this looks and when we created this character, in order for us to make this less we customize it to this point so that it looks better. So even if it's quality, we had the option and we customize it to look better. So when we get this benchmark, we are only getting a 1-to-1. But in the benchmark, we could actually customize it to make it look better. That's why they are giving us a free Fantasia. Because when you get an upgrade like this, your character change, 1-to-1 doesn't work anymore. What used to be looking good might not look good anymore. That's why now they give you a Fantasia so that you can re-customize this to maybe make it look closer to your old one. This looks better, but this is not what we want. This is what we want. So with the Fantasia, we can customize to look it better. Now, what they did not do good, like she said earlier, is that when you change the eye to look like that, okay, that's lip, but you know, eye is the same thing. When you change your graphic and you're gonna give us a Fantasia to let us re-customize, this thing needs to be better. This thing needs to be more. It can't just be simple settings again, because the simple settings now, like she said on the lips, it goes the same for the eye. These simple settings no longer allow us to bring back what our character used to look, which is what upsets people. This is what we used to have. This is what we love. Upgrading to this, sure, is actually better, but this is not what we wanted. So we need to have the customization to make this look like this, but realer, and not just a boop. Oh, this used to be the medium setting. Boop. This is now the new medium setting. Oh, this used to be the high setting. This is now the high setting. No, it can't be like that.
Also, again, I just think they're prettier. I just think they're prettier in the original version. They have this really pretty like gloss on them, where this is like this kind of opaque lipstick that isn't like bad, but it's just not as good, right? And then I feel like her character's wearing...
I overall think this looks better. Hayoko does feel that her cat girl is not as good after the upgrade. Again, I guess it's a personal preference thing. Yeah.
Well, their character, I'm not sure what gender Kyoko is, but their character is obviously a girl. I feel like this character looks like she's wearing blush, where this one, if she is, I can't really tell. So this one, yeah, it's not horrendous, and obviously, again, if I just came into the game...
This is another reason why things cannot look realistic when they shouldn't. Final Fantasy XIV is a game that shouldn't try to look realistic. It's a fantasy game. There's a reason why we love this game. There's a reason why we make character like this. Because we want more artificial, more fantasy stuff. But when you make it more real, to some of us, it doesn't look as good. How do I put it in? Overwatch. If I were to give you an Overwatch diva in-game versus an in real-life diva, I think you guys would like the in-game one better because that's how she's supposed to look. So if I get a real-life diva, she might not look as good, but she's more real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think Final Fantasy XIV should not have tried to make more realistic graphics because that's not what player wants, you know?
As a new player in Dawntrail, I would think they looked great, but with the before and after, I actually like the before. Just saying, oh, and the eyebrows again are much lighter. They're hiding...
I don't think they try to make it more realistic at all. Oh, this is definitely more realistic.
So that can be a problem because sometimes you zoom out and the eyebrows like disappear, especially because cat girls get these super tiny eyebrows. But no, overall, I feel like there's something dead about a lot of the characters. Now, cat girls have lost their fangs, so...
Okay, this one though... I think this one is really funny. I gotta agree though. There is a difference between making this into this so that they look quote unquote more high def, more real versus removing it together. Oh, they didn't remove it. They just make it smaller. Making it smaller means removing. Fangs are meant to be sharp. Again, I don't really give a f. I just find it really funny that people pointed it out, and I don't think, yeah, they do. They just remove it, man. They actually just remove it.
This is what their fangs used to look like on the left. This is what they look like now. You kind of just got normal eye teeth now. GG, good for you. That's something a lot of people are mad about. And here's what I was talking about with the lips, because it's happening with the bunny boys too. If you see in the smile, he's got this dip here in his lips. And here it's just gone. And they also made like a... in his lips. And here it's...
Let's be honest, nobody have lips like this. This looks ugly as I'm gonna be real. Like, this looks so bad.
And they also made like a photo of this here.
Exactly. This looks bad, but this looks too straight though. The perfect would be like a gentle gradient, you know. This is sharp and this is straight. Yet again, you want your transit, your graphic from here to here, you need to give the option. There needs to be a middle option now. And that's where I think when the game launch in 7.0, they need to do better with the customization.
This is on the left what the lips used to look like for a lot of races. And on the right, they've really been straightened out and they kind of lost their personality, which I think is just genuinely upsetting spaghetti.
I agree with her. Because your character gone through changes, it's not you anymore. Same for my wife. I love my wife the way she looks. Not saying that my wife looks like my wife looks beautiful. But let's just say my wife go through a plastic surgery and her face look sharper, better. I'm gonna be like, that is not the wife I like. Oh, he updated the thing?
We have a bunny boy here.
Okay, I heard Barney Boy. I heard Barney Boy looks atrocious. I seen a lot of cursed Barney Boy and a lot of cursed Rugadin.
Eye makeup is pretty much...
They both look yes. Like I said earlier, Vieira never even looked good to begin with. I'm sorry, Barney Girl enthusiasts. The reality is, when Square Enix released Barney Girl, they released it dirty. Barney Girl wasn't even super special or unique to begin with. I had Barney Girls. Some of my characters were Barney Girls. Eventually, I just went back to Mikote and Aura because so much better, right?
Wrecked in the new version. The lips are different. I actually kind of like them better, if I'm being honest, but a lot of people like how pouty this lip looks, where this one doesn't really have that pout anymore. So that's an issue. Once again, the eyebrows are fucked. I'm sorry. Like here, they're thicker and they're like maybe a little bit darker, where here they're like disappearing into his face. Not great. Not great. This is just...
Now, I clearly can tell the difference how they look, but I have no idea which is the new one because both look so bad. I know one of these is an upgrade, but I don't know which because both look so bad. The right is new? Dude, if you tell me the left is new, I wouldn't even doubt you. I guess if I look at the background, I can tell this is the new one. Character to character, I honestly can't tell which one is better. Because both are so bad.
Not great. Not great. This is just talking about gamma correction, which, by the way, in all of the footage, my gamma is corrected to 0, so just so you know.
No, it's not the
Here
same.
we have a bunny girl. This is the, unfortunately, this is the new version, and this is the old version. And unfortunately, she looks dead inside. Where's all the highlights? Where's the moisture? Like I've been saying, my Aura doesn't have any moisture. She needs some lip gloss. So does this girl. Where's the moisture? Where's the moisture? Where is it? It's gone. She looks much more alive in the original. And finally, this is like the crowning jewel of...
Vieira again. Dude, Vieira just looks so bad. Wait, this is the benchmark? I thought this is the benchmark!
I'm so sorry that your character got wrecked. First of all, we have the lips, which got...
Vieira got wrecked. Holy. I agree, Vieira got wrecked. I really thought this is the upgrade. I wasn't even reading at the bottom.
And like you can kind of mess with that in the lip color, but the shape looks different. It almost
looks more up. Like, okay, you see, for Mikote, even though it looks different, it looks cuter, it looks better. Aura, even though it looks different, it looks way better, way high def. Vieira, I can't even tell. This doesn't look more high def to me. This actually looks like, in her words, I agree.
Turned in the original. I feel like the cute little like dip here has been kind of like messed with. The eyes look super dead, and as you can see, they labeled this. So benchmark is on the left, current is on the right. The eyes look so dead. They also pointed out here that the nose is like a lot darker. It's got
Why does the nose look completely different? This guy know what he's talking about. Nose marking should be a facial feature toggle. So people who want them can have them. People who don't want them don't have them. But either way, it's very harsh and dark. Exactly. When this guy's Vieira goes through the graphical upgrade, this then becomes not what he wanted. So what does he want now? He wants a more in-depth customization because he don't think this is the mark he wants anymore. So he needs that option, but the option is not there. That's what makes people upset.
on the nose,
You know?
which does technically exist in the original one, is a lot more intense here. So if you don't...
What happened if he creates his character from scratch with the same appearance though? He probably can't because it's just missing. Like this girl pointed out earlier, for example, the eye and the lips. Even though she understands that it's different now, she wants to change it, she can't. Overall, the system graphic upgrade is gonna be good for the game. It's gonna overall look better, more realistic. A one-to-one face is not gonna be what people want anymore. I think the mods will make it closer to the one-to-one, and therefore people will use mods.
Once again, they've pointed out the eyebrows, that you can see them even in harsher lighting, where the eyebrows in this version, they just don't seem to stand out quite as well as the original eyebrows do. So, you know, there's a lot going on. And you know what? There's one more thing I'd like to point out about the bunnies, if I can just find
Vieira is really
shot
bad.
that I need.
I saw it on Twitter.
Oh!
I saw this one and I couldn't believe it. I thought somebody photoshopped this in. Apparently, when they do the hair, they didn't do the ears. I'm not sure whether this is real, but this is what I saw and this is what I thought was the worst one.
They forgot about the ears. Look at the texture of the hair. Look at the texture of the ears. This one I'm really gonna hope is just a benchmark thing. Just really gonna hope this is a benchmark thing. Someone else has apparently like light bulb ears or something. So yeah. So I just want to give my final thoughts
Vieira got man. Holy shit. Vieira looks so bad.
As the benchmark plays, because I'm sure some of you are out here like, please, Aitherea, you need to watch it in the trailer. And I still don't think she looks that good in the trailer. I'm sorry. I just don't. Just wait till we get the boat close up. See, that's cursed.
That is so nice!
Why is she so dry? Just wait till we get the boat close up. See, that's cursed.
I think that looks beautiful. We are not sentimentally attached to her character. She's been seeing her character for the last 5 years, 10 years, 8 years. So this is what she's accustomed to. But because for us, right, for us neutral, when we just glance through a Vieira, you know, we go to Limsa, we glance through a Vieira, we see a Vieira, oh, our character, our orc, you know, that we don't really care about, we make a face like this, we just glance through it, oh, whatever, right? So for you and me, right, when we see this, to us, holy shit, this looks amazing. But to her, this is not her character anymore. I don't think she's trying to say that the graphic upgrade is bad. I think she's just trying to say that her character don't look the same anymore, which is correct, which is justifiable, which is correct, you know?
Why is she so dry? Why is she so matte? Why do her lips have no gloss to them? Why is the face texture like that? I just have a lot of questions and no answers. I guess when it comes down to it,
if I were to give you guys an example, if World of Warcraft goes through a graphic upgrade, even though they look better, players will say the same thing. Oh my god, my orc looks so bad, but that's why I love my orc. Now my orc looks so smooth, I don't like my orc anymore. Who says I want to play this game so that my orc will look real? No, real orcs don't exist. This is a fantasy game. I love my Warcraft 3 graphic. So if you were to make my orc look sharper, you make my lips look more realer, you make my eye look less pixelated, and my iris more shiny, now this is no longer the orc I want. This is no longer my character. Please reverse it. Same thing.
And I'm sure that there are a lot of people who understand how I feel because they're attached to their character too.
Yeah, exactly. They
and
need
the
to use
little
the free
nuances
footage.
that make our character...
But I do think that when you do a graphic upgrade, you have to improve your... If you're gonna do a graphic upgrade this dressing, but you're gonna make face just change like that, then you need better sliders. You have to have better sliders.
Like the color and the shape of the lips, the way that they were glossy, the way that the pupils were small, all these little things add up, and it might just be something where I just need to get used to it.
Yeah, I think she needs to get used to it because I think her aura looks amazing.
Cause honestly, I am that kind of person. I'm not gonna lie, I'm being real dramatic right now, but
No, I don't think she's being dramatic. I think it makes sense. Any small changes you see is not what you want. For Vieira players, I'm sorry guys, your character is not the same anymore. Your character is not the same anymore. Holy shit. Vieira looks so cursed.
Give me a month and I'll be singing her praises and saying she's the most beautiful character I've ever seen. That's who I am. Sometimes I really hate things, then I get used to them and I like them. I don't know. So maybe that will be the case.
Yeah.
The other thing is there's a lot of preference that is going on in here. And there's going to be a lot of
Aitherea
people
looks good.
who see the way that their characters change, or who see the lips on like my old cat girl versus the new one and say, oh no, the lips look way better. What are you talking about? Even in some of the previews that I saw in like the live letter, I was like, oh, they really fixed the lips on here, or they really fixed the lips here. Like even earlier in this video, I said I actually preferred the lips on that bunny boy that got changed. It really comes down to preference, and everyone's going to have a different preference. The sad thing is that we don't really get to customize in this game to our preference.
Exactly. See, exactly. That's the problem. Because we don't have that customization. We lack the sliders, you know?
Customization is so limited, and I'm just so used to it, and I never really thought about it so much before. But now that things are changing, now that my character is being given a facelift, a plastic surgery that I did not consent to, and I don't have any option to change it, it really makes me wish that this game did have more customization, that there were different toggles so I could toggle.
See, she's not wrong. We are not going to complain how monster look, not our problem. We are not going to complain about how grasses look, not our problem. We are not talking about how NPC look or how just like structure look. Those get an upgrade, cool, but most important is our character face.
For a 10-year-old game, or dev just don't care enough?
I don't think they care enough. With this outrage, if there's one, I think that they need to start thinking about it. A lot of Final Fantasy XIV players play this game because they are attached to their characters. Yes, some of us play this game for raid. We don't care that much. Some of us play this game for story, cool. But a lot of us are very attached to our character or this game because of our character. So if you butcher our face, don't be surprised that some people might actually drop the game.
For her lipstick to look more like a gloss, or so that I could toggle the shape of her lips. I only get so many mouths to choose from, and none of them look like the old one.
Yeah,
so it just
exactly. Say not enough customization. Good change, better, higher definition, great. But we cannot change back to what we want now. Because now this new nose is not what we want anymore. This new lips is not what we want anymore. But hey, if we can change it and our old lips looks better now, yeah, right? But you can't just change our lips, you know?
Sucks because we really don't get that much customization. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, does the character look bad? I think the answer is no,
right?
And I also think I cannot truly know how she looks until I am able to play Dawntrail. I need to actually be able to get on my character.
Because I really think this Dawntrail benchmark is a build. We all run the benchmark a million times, right? Let's be really honest. Doesn't look that good, huh? Shadowbringer 1 was way better. I think even Endwalker 1 feels way better. I don't think this benchmark was meant to showcase that, but this benchmark never made me feel like, oh my god, I need to play Dawntrail right now. But then again, I don't think this is the whole purpose of the benchmark. Obviously, this benchmark is just stress test, testing your PC, testing your SSD, testing your GPU. I don't think this benchmark is supposed to like make you feel excited about the game, but this benchmark does not look that good, right? Let's be honest, you know?
Character in the finished product of the game that is released to us in July, or I believe the 28th or the 2nd, something like that, depending on if you have early access. I need to be able to get on that character and really see how she looks. How does she look in the cutscenes? Because I will admit, the lighting in Benchmark is atrocious. It is next level bad. How can I tell if she looks good or not when the lighting is that bad? So I really can't make a final verdict. But what I am seeing in the Benchmark kind of worries me, because she looks kind of dead, kind of lifeless, very dry, skin really blurred.
She really likes it to be moist. She likes it wet, I think.
In a strange way. It's just not giving. It's not giving the way that my character originally did, and it just makes me worried that I'm losing something that I really loved. The benchmark is dull. I just need some shine back, some sheen back in her hair.
The benchmark looks really, honestly speaking, the benchmark does not look appetizing.
Some gloss back on her lips and some life back in her eyes, okay? That's all I'm asking for. And worst case scenario, I'll play my Aitherea, because at least my Aitherea looks like the Aitherea I created originally. Like,
I feel like this benchmark is very dull.
But maybe I'm being dramatic.
If this benchmark is including the fact that they want to showcase all this graphic upgrade, I tell you they did not do it. The settings, the lighting that they choose is all wrong. If this is meant to be a stress test, I think they did it. Like the first two cutscenes on the boat and in the forest, those were CPU stress tests. But if this is also meant to showcase graphic upgrade, I don't think they did a good job.
Maybe I'm not. And to any of you who like it, good for you. Wow. Literally don't even comment. I don't want to hear you in the comments. Lucky for you. I'm just kidding. Yeah, if you like your character, that's fantastic. I'm happy for you, I guess. But for those of us that like don't, like you've got to understand, like we're just really attached to our character.
Exactly. You see, like I don't blame her feeling that her character doesn't look the same because she's not wrong. Right? But yeah, it's a transition, definitely.
And how they look. So it sucks that like there's nothing we can do to preserve them. And for some of us, they look really different. Like,
you know, now it kind of makes sense. Yoshi P is smart. That's why they show you Lalafell's. Because Lalafell didn't get any much changes or any big changes. Ew, Lalafell face just look like a potato. You just take random two potato, you wouldn't tell the difference, or you wouldn't care the difference, right? Viera, Mikote, Aura changes is so drastic, they don't dare to show you much. And now in the benchmark, we finally sees it, and now you see all the criticism. So I think Yoshi P knows. Yoshi P already knows that even though it's an upgrade, it's gonna look different from what you have. But Lalafell on the flip side, it's not so much of a difference. So showcasing it, using it as like a, you know, ELL thing, maybe people would be like, oh, cool, yeah. It makes so much sense. How come they never show us Mikote with like proper model, but they use Mikote and they use Aura with the dark skin to show the different thing? Why? Now it makes sense why. Now they know exactly why. They know that it's such a drastic difference. That's why.
To me, the shape of her lips is like completely different. And maybe it's just the shading, I don't know.
Yeah, they give you a free Fantasia, but they don't want to show it to you. They just tell you, okay, you're gonna look different. Here's a Fantasia. Hopefully you can replicate it. But we are not going to show you because, man, oh.
Just gonna have to wait and see for Dawntrail. I really hope it looks better in Dawntrail, and maybe I'll do an update video and I can watch this original video and cringe and laugh or something. Or, I don't know. I'll probably cringe at...
I think 10 years later... Okay. I think 5 years later, when she look back at her old character, she's gonna be like, wow, I never knew my character looked so bad. I think that's what's gonna happen. Because I think the new look is amazing, but it's different from hers. But I think Aura looks amazing.
This in about 3 months' time. I'm almost certain I will. I shouldn't be posting this, but I'm going to.
You see, she already knew she will, yeah.
Anyways, I think that's pretty much all
because that's
that I
what's
have
gonna
to
happen.
say. I just hope I don't have to rebrand my channel, because I literally just did that with my Aura. My Aura was supposed to be my endgame girly that I was going to be for like the rest of my life. I really...
Dude, her Aura looks good.
So if I have to change again, I'm going to be upset. But it is what it is. At least the flowers in Ilmeg look good. With all that said, I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you guys like the update? Do you like your characters? And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And as always, leave a sacrifice for Lord Agatha.
Dude, it looks so good! I think your new Aura looks amazing. But 100% different. Just need to get used to, I hope. Also more sliders. Please, SE. Chatting. More moisture.